I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney.
We're exploring our past
Looking forward to our future.
and living for the present
All
while learning
how to live.
magically.
We're cool.
We're crushing it, really.
I just logged into YouTube this morning, like our YouTube account, and it was like, congrats on 3 years. I was like, what?
No way.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That is wild. I mean, I do think about it often. I'm like, wow, because we started like when I was engaged before we were even married.
Right.
We like went through that process, and then I had Brooks, and now we are here like about to have another. Good grief.
You're literally about to have another.
Time flies.
Just around the river bend. What are we going to do next? It's going to be boring. We're going to be like out of content.
Believe me. Your
It's going to
turn.
be great. I just want to say thanks to everyone for their patience last week because, wow, editing, it's amazing. And there's so much potential in this new like software that I'm really excited about it, but also like a big learning curve for me as someone who's never had to do it before.
Well, I think you're crushing it, and I
Thank
think
you.
soon enough you'll just like it'll be bada boom, bada bang, done.
Yeah, I think so too. I think like once we get in the flow, this will also make like TikTok clips for us. Like last week, it suggested like a short about Labubus because we did that little like Labubus riff and like about purse charms and stuff.
Well, did you get it? Did you post it?
I didn't post it because I was overwhelmed with the stuff I needed to do. So I was like, don't add more work. Just like stay in your lane. But I did have the recurring lesson in my head that I think has made at least myself a good entrepreneur. And I think you're good at this too. You're a little bit more of a perfectionist than I am, I think. But
No.
well, okay. So I think the lesson that I've been reminded of this week is like done is better than perfect. And like I could have worked. I mean, the recording I put out is like a little scary. Like for example, the one on recording, like not video, the audio, like the true podcast. At the last minute when I uploaded, it's like Riverside FM or something like over our intro. And that they didn't play for me when I was editing it. And I was just like, it's got to go up. I don't care. Just put it up. Like, you know, you got to give up at some point. But I think that gets a lot of people in a lot of different arenas stuck. Like,
yeah, you like
anything.
I know what you're saying. Of like, if it's not perfect, we just like wouldn't put it out, and then it just would never happen.
Right. You'd keep like working at it, and then it would have been like old, really old content. I felt bad putting it out yesterday because we have so much. I mean, the world has opened with Taylor Swift, and I was like, people are gonna be wondering why we're talking about all of this irrelevant information in the in the day and age of TS12. Like,
I know.
So I put it out. It's out there. Many corrections to be made, but the lesson is done is better than perfect. And I will say that hearing ads run before our podcast, I was like, what is this?
Like, have we made it? Who knows? We'll see.
And I think we're gonna get 65 cents for that one or something ridiculous. But
I'm hoping we can get enough to cover our subscription for the actual posting it out podcast.
Yes.
And now for our new software subscription. That's the goal.
Yeah, we're literally, we pay, just so everybody at home knows, we pay, I mean, it's not crazy, but we pay like some amount of money to talk to you guys every week. So,
I mean, it's for our own enjoyment.
Totally for our own enjoyment. I'm having a great time. I just like to float that out there because I think the belief in general about like all people is that everything is like for $1, everything's for $1, and like we're bleeding out for this one. Like we're giving up time, we're giving up money, It's fine. I would rather do nothing else in my life, but like we're not like raking in residuals on
No.
streams or some weird something.
No.
So
Someday, we can only hope.
right.
Anywho, so with all that being said, we still want to play our game, but we're going to do it next week. Mainly, well, we posted late, but also we have way more important things to talk about today.
Yes. So before we get into that, say what we want people to report back on in the group so that they know what to write down.
Okay, we want to play a game where we're going to like rank things blindly. So I need people to send me options to give out to Courtney, and I need people to send Courtney options to give out to me. 5 different things. Like, let's put them all in a category though. You can't put like,
Oh, you only did 3 in our little example, so you want 5.
I think 5 would be better.
I think it makes it more interesting.
But I think it has to be like one category. You got to pick a category. Like, it can't be like Taylor Swift and Disney combined.
Got it.
So pick a category, give us 5 things, whether it's like titles of movies, Disney rides, Taylor Swift something, snacks, I don't care. I think it could be fun.
I think it would be really fun too. And bonus points to anybody who sends us one and also submits their guess for what that person will answer.
Ooh, bonus points. Good one.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
So yeah, see how much the people truly know us.
After 3 years of
After 3 years.
Yap.
That's right. Yap. Oh, we're so young. Yap is a thing my 17-year-old niece says. So it's probably out now if we're saying it.
I'm trying to fit in.
I just want you to know I'm doing the Taylor Swift thing right now. I'm leaving an Easter egg in the video.
New York.
You got it.
Is that like next week?
I'm going tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Just around the river bend.
I guess that's not an Easter egg when I just gave it away.
I know.
My bad. Okay, speaking of nieces.
Yeah.
Like, where do we take teenagers shopping nowadays?
That's a great question. I will say the one thing my niece is like pretty pro at is she loves Plato's Closet. Is that like a chain?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, she's like very into that, which I love because I'm like, ooh, sustainability. Also like affordable.
Yeah.
But I don't, as far as like actual brand name stores, I know she still is like into Victoria's Secret, I would say, which when I was 17, I had a million rhinestone pants from them. So
fair. I know your niece is a little older. We're like grown out of the children's section, but like we're not anywhere near like a woman's section by any means.
You're talking about Sadie?
Yeah.
How old is she?
12. I'm gonna be 12.
12.
She's going into 6th grade.
She's a tween.
She's a tween. And a lot of stores, like, she loves Old Navy.
Yeah.
But they have like a children's or like women's. They don't have like a teen.
Well, I will say, like, again, to one of those weird stores, not like Plato's Closet, but TJ Maxx or Marshall's, they always have like a juniors section.
That's what I mean, a junior section.
Yeah.
I kind of forget about them when it comes to shopping for her. Okay.
Yeah, you can find some stuff.
Last year it was like the first year kind of going into the teen section. She's like, and so we went to Aeropostale, which apparently is like a thing. We had such a hard time finding her jeans that were like fit but not too long.
Yep.
It was a whole thing. We're buying her cropped jeans so that they would fit like regular jeans.
Yeah,
But I think this year she like really sprouted and now she's like taller. So I'm hoping we'll be all right. I don't know. I have to take her school shopping next week. So anyways,
that is
your niece and made me think.
No, that's like a tough one because you're right. I think like what I feel like I was wearing limited 2 at that age, right?
I know, and like limited 2 is back, but they are sold at Kohl's. And last year we did get her some pieces from there. So maybe we'll go back again. But
Yeah,
just like,
maybe Kohl's. So like department stores.
yeah, I guess. We're just like in like a weird age right now.
Very interesting. Very interesting. And
So
like so much money to be had there. So I'm sure there are store. Are all the kids just like shopping on Shein these days?
yeah, but like I'm afraid that'll like rip in the middle of class or something.
Totally agree. I'm just like, who's capitalizing on this? Because it
I
seems
know.
like
Am
a
I missing
big need.
right in front of our face? Like if you have teenage daughters, please let me know where you're shopping for them.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. She's a tween. She's a tween. She's not a teen.
She's a tween.
Yeah.
She's
I feel
she's a she's a tween going on like 18. So I don't know.
I respect that. And at the same time, counterpoint with like the things we're dealing with over here
I know.
are wild.
I know. It
Um,
is true.
yeah, kids. Wow.
Kids, kids, kids. Anywho,
Uh,
um,
I just want to say, what day is it? We're recording on the 15th, Friday.
Friday.
You're like gonna pop any day now. Are you getting a lot of questions about? Well, I mean, I, in my limited understanding of pregnancy, I feel like at any point you're just like broiling, right? At this point, you're just like melting the cheese. The lasagna is done.
I mean, I suppose if you came out now, like I don't I think we might still have like a little bit of a NICU stay.
How many weeks are you?
I'll be 34 on Sunday.
Okay. I guess that's a little less than I thought. Okay.
So I'm not there yet.
Okay. Okay. You're uh crushing it in the home renovation arena thanks to Taylor. So,
Truly.
how's that been?
Yeah, this well, so Kyle had like a weird schedule this week where so his days were weird. So he had like Tuesday, Thursday off, and then he closed on Wednesday. So we basically had like 3 days where we could really like do stuff. So and then between the Taylor Swift stuff, I was just ready to go. So yeah, we finished painting all the trim, just did all the things, got all the stuff built.
The paint, it is amazing to me what paint can do,
Oh my
but
God.
that room looks so different with the paint and the trim. And it has never one time prior to last week crossed my mind to paint trim.
Yeah, and you're like mind blown over painting it black.
Mind blown. I've only ever seen white trim or like wood natural trim.
Yeah, I mean, the black, did I say this on the pod or did I say this just you and I? I don't remember. But there was black trim in his current bedroom, which was my
Yes.
at one point, whatever, whatever. When I moved in, my uncle had painted that for my cousin where it was like all the trim was black and all the walls were like bright pink, like the girl was living. So then I came in and the pink's got to go. I'm neutral everything, but I was not willing to paint the trim black, like the paint over the black trim, just because painting over black paint is that just no.
Or you'd be in like a stripping situation, right?
Yeah, and either option is just not for me.
Yeah.
So then when we were making a Brooks's room, I was like, the paint, the black trim is just like not a vibe. Like, what on earth are we gonna do with this? And then like Ange and I went up there and we're like discussing it. And she's like, I think you could like play off the black trim and do whatever. And she was so right. And now it's a vibe. So much
So
so.
basically, Ange is the visionary. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Ange definitely started this one.
Yeah.
So now in the new room, the trim wasn't black, and I just went ahead and painted it black.
Doubling down.
Yeah. Well, and also because I'm doing it like I'm painting an accent wall on one of the walls still, and that's going to be black. Like,
Or have you told us what that is yet?
no, I'm making like little football plays like all over the wall. So it's like,
Football plays? Oh, like X's and O's?
yeah. So like
Oh,
the whole wall is white, but I'll have like little plays, X's and O's. I'm trying to like get my plan to like make this happen. I already like did up what I want it to look like on Photoshop, and I'm trying to use a projector like onto the wall and then like trace it all.
yes.
But like last night we plugged the projector in and we couldn't like get it to connect to the computer, and it was just like a whole thing. So we'll see.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's like a double statement because it's like also X's and O's like, I love you.
That's true. That is true.
So cute. You're gonna like freehand it though, like projector use, whatever, but you're not using like vinyl stencils or stickers or
No. And I suppose I could have cut it all in vinyl and just like vinyled it onto the wall,
no. I mean, you could.
but I'm gonna paint it.
I love that.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Are your walls flat or textured?
They're flat.
So you could also like if you really needed to make like a stencil with vinyl.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do like all different
Different
plates.
one. Yeah.
So then that'd be a lot of stencils, which
And are
that,
you doing black?
yeah,
I love this.
I think it's gonna be a vibe. And I got his rug is getting delivered today, so it's all like black and white, and then the accent color I'm going with is like a darker green.
Love that. Like turf. Yeah.
Yeah, so he got like a green rug, thinking green curtains.
And
Got
when you're making this mock-up in, what'd you say, Photoshop?
yeah.
Are you literally like, if the rug is from Wayfair, like pulling the image of the rug in and then pulling like
No, no, I
black?
mock up as in like I did all the football plays and put them how I want to see them on the wall in a document so that
So just like a white wall,
yeah,
basically, but like laid out.
yeah, with the football plays, so then I can project it onto the wall and like just paint over it.
Got it. And get like the spacing right.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
thanks. Well, we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
So that's the next plan.
I love that. Uh, I got a projector, I was going to say recently, but like a year ago when I thought I was going to do rug tufting. Remember that? And I
Oh yeah,
bought like all the rug tufting equipment.
yeah, you were committed there for a week.
Yes. We, in the process of our bedroom renovation, took everything off the walls, painted, whatever. And now I'm like, number one, terrified to put holes in the wall again, but also really don't love the idea of a big black rectangle on the wall.
Yeah,
So I whipped out that projector. It's like, I think we paid $30 for it. It's not good
the
by
one
any
we have
means.
is
Yeah,
cheap. Oh yeah,
we might have the same one. But I'm loving it. Now I don't want to go back to a TV because it's so much less visual clutter.
so
And
what is said projector?
well, so right now the one we have is just hooked up to like a tripod that I had at the foot of
Okay.
the bed. But we went to Best Buy, which I haven't been in since the 90s, the other weekend. And they now make projectors. Of course, you can like mount them to the ceiling or to the back wall that project forward, or you can get these new ones now that sit really close to the wall and somehow still work. So I have my vanity sitting there and I could
Yeah,
just sit a projector on the top of the tall part of the vanity and it will project. Is that crazy?
that is crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand the science, but I love it and the visual cleanliness of it all is like really my vibe.
Interesting.
Yeah, thank you. Also, I just have to tell you this. My mom was here this weekend or this week and we had a great time, but I was showing her like the wallpaper, the new curtains, whatever. And she looked at all my stuff upstairs and her one mom comment to me was, wow, you have a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm so minimal that
What
I
does
just was
she
like, what?
mean by that?
I think she did also go into my guest room and that's my Disney room. So it has
It has the
more
nickname.
stuff. Yeah. But I'm just like, what do you mean I have a lot of stuff? I don't.
No, yeah, I feel like she meant it in a way of like, because I feel like you like knick-knacky stuff.
Do I?
Yeah, because you have like that big like gallery wall in your living room,
Yeah.
but it all like has a place. Like I wouldn't say that you have like a lot of stuff. Like you have like stuff, but it's all like put away and has a home.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. 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 Well, it's my new mission now to become more of a minimalist.
Yeah, I try to be that way too. And then, well,
Kids.
I feel like even with the like kids, I feel like I'm pretty minimalist of like
Yeah.
I don't need all of I don't need 8 different swings or, whatever. But I don't know. I'm looking around. I got a lot of shit that currently doesn't have a home. So
And like, where does it come from? Because I do too. Like, I get what you're saying, and now that I'm looking around, I'm like, well, I do. I mean, I have more stuff than I had a year ago, definitely. How does that happen? And also, how do you get past the paralyzing fear that as soon as you get rid of something, you're going to need it? Because that happens to me all the time.
yeah, I literally don't know. And especially when you're a crafter, like it's
Yes.
hard to get rid of stuff too.
Yes.
Like this is bad. Okay, I can see it right now.
Uh oh.
Kyle got me a different type of cricket for Christmas
Yeah.
that I've yet to open, and
Her.
it's sitting in the box on the stairs because it was supposed to make its way upstairs to what was like my room, which is now Brooks's big boy room, and it's just still sitting on the stairs. So
It's sitting on the stairs.
yeah,
Oh, well, great.
but that's like bad.
Yeah, my steps have to be clear.
No, not mine.
I have you ever bought into this idea of keeping like a basket on the stairs and whatever goes in the basket, you just like take whenever you're going up, you take the basket up?
Well, my whole like idea was that I was gonna put the stuff on the stairs and like I would take it up when I go up, and then like
Right.
here are all the stuff's on the stairs and it just like never gets brought up.
Well, but for you, I feel like you have an excuse because it's just the kids' rooms up there, right?
Now, yeah.
So when you're going up, you have a kid in your hand. How are
And
you going to carry a cricket and a kid?
well, he goes up the stairs himself now.
Oh, well.
So I
But
don't
you're still carrying a kid.
fair. So I have but I really have no excuse.
I don't
But
know.
I
Yeah.
just bought. Okay, I just bought. So now my room upstairs is gone because
Right.
kid. So my desk is downstairs in the basement, like with Kyle to like print labels and stuff. But all of
Okay.
my craft stuff ended up in my shop, and I needed somewhere to put it, which is all just like sitting in the garage in a pile right now until I reorganize and figure something out. But I bought a cart on. This is how we end up with so much stuff. This
I
is how.
know.
Okay. So I needed this to then make it easier. So I bought a cart. It's like a Cricut cart. If you go on Amazon, you can just like put in Cricut cart, and there's so many different options. And like it's a spot for the Cricut. It has places for all the vinyl. It has places for your scissors and your whatever. So it
I'm
came in a
looking this up right now.
small little box, and we need to build it, but it's pretty genius.
Wait, this is so genius. The spots for the rolls of vinyl.
Yeah, and the one I got was only like $45. So
That's what I'm seeing, like 42 to 47. Wow, good memory. Are you gonna keep it? Okay, wait. Remind me again. Your shop is like basically your garage, but you finished off part of it with like a door.
yeah,
But it's like outside, like not temperature controlled, hard to be in the
correct.
winter. Can you, obviously, this is on like a cart, so you're fine. Are you just gonna, do you think you can use it? That's a big thing for me is like you called me out about something I love that my stuff like gets all put away. But also then I'm like, I don't want to get it out. I have a silhouette, but like I don't want to get the silhouette out because it's in a drawer. You got to plug it in. You got to make space on the counter. You got to make enough room for the
Well,
vinyl to go through.
that was my fear, and I'm kind of hoping this cart I can still be used on the cart, I think.
But I think so too. Is the cart like in the way that how did you have room for a cart? Aren't you already like busting at the seams with other stuff?
Yeah, but I have this like where my laser is up on like it's pretty high up. And
Oh,
I
it's
should
just like
I should
fits under.
that would have been smart, but I didn't do that. I'm hoping that it actually will fit underneath the laser.
I This is so sick. I gotta say. I'm gonna add it to my cart just so I can go think about it more another time. Thank
Well,
you for the
you could put it
inspo.
in like your guest room closet, I bet.
Yeah,
And
yes. I
stuff.
know. Everything I know. I know.
That's
So much stuff.
Yeah.
How do the people at home store their things? Let us know.
Well, and like you have like all the seasonal stuff. Like our garage is like busting at the seams because I'm over here like having to put stuff out every season. And this is where I get this is a struggle. Like I have so many Christmas decorations.
Yes.
And a lot of them like I don't really use anymore. Not a lot, but I have a good amount that I no longer use because of course I go to Marshall's every year and I see something new and then I want that. So then it just takes over something that I've already had. But I never take the time to go through and clear out old Christmas decor that I no longer use. I need to get better about that. Like,
Well, do you also get caught up on the element of like nostalgia of it all? Because you don't want to get rid of something that then you're like, oh, they don't make that anymore. Or like that was not that you get rid of like Grammys something,
right.
but
I never get rid of something that has like value. But I get stuck on like I know that this isn't the forever house.
you're
It's a
right.
it's a long-term house, but like someday I hope to move into a bigger house. And then I'm gonna have more rooms to decorate for Christmas because I like to decorate every single freaking room in the house. And,
Yes.
and then what am I gonna do? Have to rebuy
Yes.
stuff that I'm gonna get rid of? But let's be realistic. All the stuff that I would get rid of, I probably wouldn't even want it then anyways. Because like we're not moving tomorrow and we're not moving next year. So I'm gonna grow out of that anyways. It's a struggle.
I feel this in my soul. And you remember I moved for a year, like
Yeah.
an hour away into the sticks, and our house was barren because we could afford like so much more house for our money in the middle of nowhere, of course. But I didn't have anything because we had this tiny house that I'm living in again. So I had nothing and I slowly accumulated stuff. Then we moved back to this house. Now I have extra stuff and I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to acquire that all again? Like, what do I do? It's
Do you also, this is like random, but not, do you also like know where everything is at all times?
a lot of it. Yeah.
Like Kyle's always so impressed when I will know where like the most random item is. I'm like, oh, it's in the garage to the left over here, 2 feet up. And he's like, what the actual?
Yes.
There's the method to my madness.
I think a lot of that is boy brain, though.
Well, like, yeah, the other day we had something wrong with our kitchen cabinet that we had to fix, and I needed more of the little brackets that go in the. Hopefully, you understand what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And he was like, "Okay, I can like run to Lowe's, I guess, and get some of those." I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure there's an extra shelf right when you walk out into the garage. It's like wrapped, and there should be a box of them attached to it." And he was like,
Yes.
okay." And he goes out and he comes in. He goes, "I'll be honest, that was impressive."
It's a special skill.
But see, what if I threw that out?
Right. I 100%. I
Anyway,
know. I know. I've also become like a trash harvester. Yesterday I was on my way to yoga class and I drove by a neighbor that had like I'm looking at it now outside. It's a what can only be described as maybe a grilling cart. It's that like thick plastic outdoor plastic stuff, but it's like an aluminum top or a stainless steel metal top.
okay.
And it's a cart. And I was just like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I have a 10 by 10 backyard. I need you to go pick it up.
So I'm just gonna circle back to
I
your
know, you're right. I
mom
know.
came over and she was like, you have a lot of stuff, and you're over here picking up stuff off the curb.
I know. But I was like, I could pot plants on it.
I
It's like a counter heighted.
I hear you. I'm just
I
saying
know. I know. It's
you can't be like WTF mom when maybe she was right.
I know. She might be right. Maybe I just didn't want to hear it. It's time to downsize.
Anyways.
This is how people get storage units.
Yeah, but if I had a storage unit,
I know.
I would never even go see that stuff.
I've always vowed that that's like a sign that you have a problem, but I could see it happening.
I if you got me a dumpster, I could empty out a good amount.
Same. I just think I would then have regret. Like, I'll give you a great example. Right behind me is this poster. I don't know what it is. It's like a wooden art, quote unquote, art from like Home Goods or something that says dream. It's cute. I like it. Also, I'm very much in a phase of my life where I'm anti generic art stuff.
Okay.
I could get rid of it. Totally could get rid of it. But like, what if I just need, right now, I don't have anything else that fits in that space so it can stay. But when I get something, I don't know, it's kind of framed out. What if I wanted to use it as a tray for something? What if I want, I don't know. I just get,
No, now you're pushing it. Okay.
I
I
know.
get that way of like, if it was like a gift,
Yeah.
I can't like throw away a gift. How rude. Even if
Yeah.
I've for years and it hasn't been used. Then that's just rude. I can't be doing that. But
That's
if it's
fair. And that's also why I don't buy a lot of gifts for people that are physical things. Although I see right above your head something that I bought for you that's a physical thing, right?
yeah. Yeah, but
But
that's a must in my
it's a
world.
must. But in general, because I have the same thing. Things that people have given me that I'm just like, I have to keep this forever.
Yeah.
But it's like in a box somewhere.
Yes.
Yes. 100%. Should we talk about Taylor Swift?
Yeah, we started this pod and I was like, oh, we're not even gonna make it an hour.
I always. We always have things to share with the people.
All right, so my life was changed this week.
Your voice just cracked. You're so emotional about it.
I don't know
Wow.
what's happening, but I really was emotional about it. Let's just like back up. Can we like we haven't discussed you and I haven't discussed at all. I have to assume you were sleeping on Monday night.
I was asleep. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a text from Kevin Hurst. It just was like a Twitter link.
that's because you're a new Swiftie. We know that like you got to stay up and you never know what's gonna happen.
Yes, but do you know how many times I have stayed up waiting in the last year and a half for nothing with clown paint all over my
That's
face? So
fine.
I'm
Okay.
just like, whatever, we're going to get it when we get it.
Not me. I gotta know. I gotta be in the know. So Monday night, I actually didn't want to stay up. I was really tired and I was trying to go to bed early. And then I go get in bed and something is happening to my voice. It might be Taylor Swift. Um, I get into bed and that is when I believe there was a countdown on our website. So KG and I are texting like, holy crap. And at the
Yes,
same time, New Heights released the first clip of like her gonna be on the pod.
got it.
I lost my mind. Kyle was like, oh dear God. Then I had to stay up till midnight, find out that there's an album. Okay, great. You wake up the next morning and get all this information.
You got it.
This is now Tuesday. We're just expected to carry on with our lives all the way until Wednesday night.
Well, because what's announced is there is a new, like, she shows the clip is like her showing the album cover. Well, it's like blurred, right? And no, we don't get a release date. We don't get any additional information. We just know she obviously is going to talk about it on the pod, and the pod doesn't come out until Wednesday
Wednesday at 7.
at 7, which, like, thank you, Taylor, for finally realizing that we don't all stay up until midnight.
I mean, yeah, but New Heights usually comes out at 10 a.m.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting.
so 7 o'clock. And just wow. I went on my Instagram and I asked people like what they thought we were gonna get. Did they think we were gonna get like a full pod, just like 30 minutes, yada yada yada. I truly don't know. Was that spec?
Yeah.
I was like really trying not to get my hopes up for anything more than just I guess some press for this new album that we knew we were gonna get.
Yeah.
But it's 7 o'clock and we turned the TV on and it said an hour and 45, which really ended up being 2 hours because it got cut off on YouTube. Holy shit.
Yes. Yes. The album is actually the least interesting part to me of the whole thing. I mean, I'm excited, of course, but
I'm Kyle and I went to breakfast Wednesday morning and he literally asked, like, are you more excited for this podcast or are you more excited for like new music? And I was like, well, of course I'm excited for new music, but like Taylor on a podcast, she's never done a podcast and let alone like with Travis, like this is my dream.
yes.
And it was just everything I ever wanted.
I I have to agree, and you're like much more hardcore than I am about the fandom, and like you've been in it longer, so you know more and whatever. I get into the theories and stuff, but
See, and I don't
it's
really care. I don't like the theories. That like annoys me and like stresses me out.
it stresses me out too because I don't get it and I don't have the background to know like and on the pod she talks about the Easter eggs of it all and made me like even more confused because she said something to the effect of like, if you don't care, I put it in a way that you don't notice that, it doesn't like affect your experience. But if you do care, it's the fact that this plant has 26 leaves on it and they've been there for 13 days. And people know that because one time I carried a leaf around on my tour 6 years ago. And that to
Right.
me is like, she knows what she's doing and she's doing it on purpose, which is beautiful and fascinating to me. But also because I can't figure it out, my brain is keeps like going back to it. Like,
So I think it's
you need to figure it
fun
out.
figure it out. My problem is that I feel as though like Swifties or really anybody always think that she owes them something because like she did this and this and this and that could be like an Easter egg of some sort. So like everybody feels like Taylor Swift owes us this, which in my world, I'm like she doesn't owe us anything. If she wanted to stop making music tomorrow and just go live her happily ever after with Travis, then like let's let her because like she's looking at all that she's given us. Like she doesn't owe us anything. And I feel like everybody's like waiting for the next thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I It does make sense, and I agree with that, and also think it's great that like you see that she's a human person and not like a machine that's for our entertainment.
Yeah.
But the fact that she like directly comments about it and is like, I do this on purpose and like try to hype you up. But also in the same exactly what you said in the same sentence or whatever interview, she says like, I don't really do social media. It stresses me out. I know how to deal with it better now, but like, because I mean, social media is probably even the least of her worries. She's got like news articles and
Well,
like
of course. Right.
everything. Um, but I just think that is an interesting balance. And she also talks about how she's like, none of my clues will ever be personal life
Which is true.
related.
Yeah. Which I did like that she said that. So that's so
I
people
liked
can
it
stop
too. But I
saying
also then was like, you're on your boyfriend's podcast, so kind of you are making it about your personal life.
yes and no. I think she more means like people are like seeing these paparazzi photos of them going out to dinner and like, oh my God, she wore all black, reputation's coming. Like that
Ah,
is rough.
yes, because I know what you're talking about. She had a lot of like celestial looks and stuff, and
Yeah.
people were like, oh, something. This means
Is
something.
happening because she wore this to dinner. And I've always been like, that is not, no, settle down.
I love that. Also, did you pick up on the orange door on the last night of the tour?
No, I didn't.
I didn't
But
either.
again, I try not to read into any of that stuff.
Fair,
So
fair.
I don't know. Like
That's
if,
fair.
like there's some stuff on social media that's to me is like, oh yeah, that could definitely be an Easter egg. But some people go so deep into it that I'm like,
Yes,
no, people,
yes,
no, don't believe everything.
yes,
That's just like too much, too much. Anyways, so she goes on Travis' podcast,
yes,
which I think is, well, it's like huge, obviously.
yes.
And I think it says a lot about this is okay. Remember, maybe you remember, maybe you don't. There was this is so random, okay? There was this bachelor couple that I was obsessed with. I know. Caitlin Bristow,
Yes,
Jason.
yes, you've talked about her a lot.
Okay. That's I like loved her, blah blah. Her and Jason were together, they were engaged. They break up. He she had done a podcast and kind of like went into like some of the reasons why they broke up. And one of them was because like, she had already had a podcast and then he started a podcast. It was about totally different things, but she was like, that just like gave me the ick because I had a podcast first and I felt like he was like basically like on my coattails trying to get this. to do a podcast. And I just thought that was so weird because I was like, this is your fiance. Like, you should want to support him in any way possible,
Of course.
no matter what he's doing. So, anyways, that was my thought. And then I'm like, look, if like you can say that, and now look at Taylor Swift going on Travis Kelce's podcast and is about to blow the thing freaking up because she just
Yeah.
wants him to succeed, really. Like, that's how I took it, at least. I'm sure she could go on any podcast. She could literally just start a podcast with one singular episode just on her own if she wanted to. But no, she was like, I'm going to support my boyfriend's podcast. And I think that is freaking cool.
I totally agree. I love that take. And you're right. I mean, if you look on the download comparisons or anything, even like the New Heights social media, like Instagram, whatever, the stuff with her is like bazillions higher than anything they've ever done before. And they already are like pretty successful on their own.
Anything anyone has ever done.
Yeah.
Jake Bardick, actually, because he's a business guy, did this whole thing. And it's like the most streamed podcast like ever. I think before
Wow.
that was some podcast with
Alex Cooper.
no, it wasn't Alex Cooper. It was Joe Rogan and freaking like Trump or something.
Oh.
And she went
Amazing.
I know,
Amazing.
right? But anyways, so I watched the whole podcast. I moved an island chair right up close to the TV because Brooks was
Hilarious.
still awake, and I was like, boy, shh. And
But
they
he's
were
got to watch her stories.
it was just so like real and like genuine, and she is just a normal human and he's just a normal guy, this is exactly what I thought their relationship was like. Not that I know them on a personal level, but I feel like you can just tell that Travis and his family are super duper chill, and
Yes.
that's what she wanted to, and it was just so cool to listen to.
I totally agree. And I also agree that for me was one of the most interesting parts. Just that what they talked about was so like this, just like
Yeah.
random musings about things we did last week, basically. But I mean, it was definitely more refined and her filler words were less, right? And, it was cleaned up. And
She did say like a lot, which I appreciate because I
did
say like
she?
a lot. Yeah, and I was like, oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh, good. Yeah, I love that too. The fact to me, I also had a huge perspective shift of when she was talking about her dad having heart surgery and
Yeah.
she was like there, her brother, her mom, and his best friend or something, and they like took shifts and they were at the hospital, and the dad was, of course, Scott was like, don't come, I'm
Right.
fine, like doing the dad thing. But to me, it's like I can think of so many examples in life where, and I actively try not to be this person, but where I've been like, I can't do X, not in an open heart surgery situation, but like, I can't go up to see my mom this weekend. I have stuff to do, right?
Right.
Not that my stuff isn't important, but also whatever. So Taylor has like the most excuses in the world, right? She's the most famous businesswoman ever, running like multiple
Yes.
sources of income. And she's just like, yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, I was in the hospital. Like, I was right there. I was doing the things. I went over to Tina's house, my mom's friend Tina's house, learned how to bake bread. Like, just she's hanging out with the Kelce, with the kids,
That tilted me.
Kylie and Jason's kids, and just like making bread with them or whatever. What?
I know she's just living normal life, and I
Very
just
normal.
love that for her. And like her, it seems like her and Travis live together in multiple cities, basically, is the vibe that I got. And even just her talking about her buying her master's back, and for her, she said that to go and tell Travis, and he was just playing video games.
Yes,
Like,
so relatable.
so relatable. Like, they're just living normal life. It was so cool to hear. And of course, for me, like listening to her take on like football was so funny. and how much she like loves it now because obviously it's a big part of our life here as well, and that she's just like living for it. I'm like, see, you can get roped up in that like so fast. It's yeah, it
Yeah.
was it was amazing.
What did you think about witnessing on camera or like hearing the difference, how they navigate? They have a lot of differences, right? Like he uses little words and she uses big words. He's a sports guy, she's an artist. Like I feel like a lot of that stuff sort of came out. Their relationship is so different than, from what I know, anything she's ever had before, where she's like on camera holding hands with the guy. Like Joe, I didn't even know what Joe looked like until I like dug into the underbelly of the internet because he was just like not around. So
Uh,
what'd you think about all that?
well, I've always thought her relationship with Travis is like what she's always wanted, and she like feels like safe and secure, and that's why they can go out and do things and yada yada yada. I think her other relationships, they were like she was like kept in a closet to be like secret and hidden because they didn't want like the paparazzi like whatever all up in their face, and that was like intimidating to them. That's the vibe that I get. Where Travis is like, no, I'll just like protect you. Let's go to dinner.
So you think it's more about in the relationship part that Travis like isn't afraid of a camera. My
I think
take on that
that,
was more like the previous men were like insecure about,
yeah, I
like
think
if you're mine, it's private and like I don't want people to know about
I
private
think it's a
Taylor.
little bit about I think it's a little bit about that too, where like Travis is like, no, I'll scream it from the rooftops that you're like the best person I've ever met.
Yeah,
But I also think she said it is like a human explanation point. So I just think he doesn't have that like I'm gonna hide in him. Like he is just
interesting. Yeah,
bubbly, like out and like wants to do all the things. And I think she just wants to live a normal life too. And this is about as close as she can get to that.
I agree. It's
But as
also
far as
interesting.
their
Good.
relationship and how they work go, I mean, they had so many conversations about like how what she does and like what he does as an athlete really do like, you know, cross paths in the same way. They both train the same way, yada yada yada. But also I think you can be like opposite and value what everybody like brings to the table, right? And I was listening again today because I'm a psycho. And when you really like listen to them, they're just like you, like me and Kyle and you and AJ, where Kyle comes up and he's telling me about his day at work. I don't understand. We just talked
Right,
like 2 months ago. I don't understand the single thing that he does at work. Okay. Like
right.
what he's speaking a different language to me. And I'm sure for her, it's the same exact thing when he's talking about what happened at training camp. And he, like, Kyle understands, like, obviously, like, my business to an extent, but, like, he doesn't get the way that my mind works and the way that I create and come up with a new idea and yada, yada, yada. And that's the same thing for Travis, like, listening to Taylor, like, come up with music. But both, rightfully, you can respect that, like, your significant other has that in them and like the way that their brain works and whatever. So like he respects her art and like the way that she thinks. And she respects his commitment and how much he puts into his career as an athlete.
I would say even more than respect, they're both like screaming about it. Like
Yeah.
I forget, Taylor was saying something to the effect, some Easter egg or some planning, whatever, nugget. And Travis was like, can you believe she thought of that? Like, can you? She's just like, he's just like
Exactly.
blowing her up. Like, yes, this is amazing. And it's nothing like you said, even in his arena. I mean, I guess it is in his arena because like sports, she plays in the NFL
Good.
stadiums, but like he would never even think that way. His brain, exactly what you said, his brain doesn't work that way. The ideas, it's just so different. But instead of, I don't know, just being confused by it or ignoring it or not, he's so not only curious about it and wanting to know, but like celebrating differences of opinion.
Yes. 100%.
Yes.
And even and they're not like there, but they're not there to like overshadow each other.
Right.
Like to Travis, she's just Taylor, and to Taylor, he's just Travis. And even when she was talking about going on the field when they won the AFC championship, like she wasn't gonna go, blah blah blah. And Donna Kelce was like, "No, I know that he like wants you there." And then when they were like discussing it, and he was like, "I was just so happy to like see you on the field and just like doing that for me." Like that is so cool.
Yeah. I totally agree.
It's just it's cool. I'm what I said before is she doesn't owe us anything ever.
Yes.
And I just think for her to sit down and like give us a 2 hour snippet into like her life was I'm grateful.
Same.
It was
Same.
really cool. And yeah, that's that. So
Uh,
I I could go on and on.
well, we have to touch on the sourdough of it all.
Oh my God.
Because now every stretch and fold I'm doing, I'm like, Taylor does this. Maybe I should put funfetti sprinkles in one of these loaves. Like,
I turned around immediately and like looked at Kyle and was like, I told you that we could be best friends. And he's like, as if he's ever doubted that. But that he Kyle was like dying. Like, of course Taylor does sourdough and
right?
over here being a psycho about it. Yeah, I don't know. That was and she was like so passionate about it. I'm like, I get it. I
And
get it.
the bread puns like sent me. I was like, yes, this her mind
Well,
would sing.
my first one was called Bready because I used to say, "Are you bready for it?"
Amazing.
But then it didn't survive.
Well,
And it's even funnier because you and I had like what a half-hour conversation on the phone like Saturday about
yes.
how your sourdough and like the things that I know, and I'm not a pro by any means, but I was like sharing what I knew about it because you're like you get so into it, and I'm like, see,
I
Taylor
was
does the
like,
same thing.
emergency, help me.
That was. It sounds like she only does the bread though, which is a little interesting.
Well, maybe that's just all she talked about.
Okay, fine.
I think she's good at being concise and she knew like this episode isn't about bread, so let's just like touch on
I
the
don't know.
high level stuff.
People really took it and ran with it, me included.
Yeah, same.
And she, what else was I gonna say about the bread? Nah, I forget. I this is off topic, but because she brought it up with the that Travis has chest hair in his, and she would have
Yes.
hair in hers, which was hilarious. I that is something that she didn't chat about, and I would like to know how the cats get from like Kansas City to.
Well, she has a plane. What do you mean? They just get on the plane.
Do you think she just packs them up all the time and like takes
Yes.
them with her?
Yes.
You
I
don't
do.
think they, like live in Kansas City maybe like if Travis is there for a long time?
No, I would assume I don't have cats, but with the dog, every time we go to New York or wherever, we're always like, how's the dog? What's the dog doing? I wish the dog could be here. Would Spec like that? We'll like be walking down the street and we'll be like, Spec would really like the smell of that meat cart. Like stupid stuff. So if I had the means and the ability, if it wasn't like an extra $1 million to fly Spec with us and also
Yeah, but like
at hotel, whatever, I'd do it. Wouldn't
I
you?
I hear you, but like dogs are a little different than cats where like you can put the dog on a leash and take it for a walk and like go outside and live life.
But
The cat
Taylor like puts her cats in those bubble backpacks.
yeah, well she's one of not all. I mean, I think Meredith is like her favorite and Benjamin is the close second.
Who's the fluffy one? Benjamin?
Benjamin's the new guy.
Yeah, yeah.
We were talking about Benjamin like with Jason and the kids. And she also has what's her name?
Olivia.
Olivia. Olivia, I feel like kind of gets no love anymore. She's third favorite. And I feel like I almost feel like Benjamin travels with her and not the other two.
Maybe.
I don't know. It wasn't discussed and I would just like to know, okay?
Can you imagine just taking like your favorite child on a trip?
That is, but right. But in cats, like sometimes cats are so like different. It sounds like Benjamin's like more like go with the flow. She said that he can just like you can pick him up and hold him like a baby, which is
Fair.
kind of like my cat's like one you can pick up and one is like don't touch me.
Oh, yeah. So you're reading the personality, you're saying.
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
not
that.
saying he's like purposely picked not bringing one of the cats, but maybe
Yeah,
one
yeah.
like more comfortable at home.
Well, where are they? Because I know they were in Florida for like, they have like a house here, right? In like West Palm or something.
Well, he had like rented a house
Yeah.
for
Training.
training. And then, but okay, says the girl who like doesn't read into things on social media. Whatever the outfit she was wearing during the pod was
Yeah.
also an outfit she was seen in like Ohio like a month ago. So they actually recorded that like a month ago.
Why was she in Ohio?
I don't know.
Why is anybody in Ohio? Just kidding.
I don't
Just
know. But then
wow.
it sounds like they're in Kansas City a lot. I'm kind of getting the vibe that Kansas City is home base now
Yeah. Wait, and what's your take on this residency idea?
in Vegas because that would be
Yeah.
freaking at the Sphere.
Like, should I just start buying tickets to Vegas now? Because they're going to be so expensive if she does a show.
I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to afford tickets to the actual show.
The whole thing. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have to take out a home equity loan, and the current one that we have isn't paid off, so I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Double load. I love it. Double down for Taylor.
I don't know if like at some point you have to have like some sort of real like I don't okay. This is I don't know if she's gonna tour this album.
Well, that's a lot of people were saying online it would probably be hard. It is hard, I suppose, to go from a 3.5 hour Eras tour to like a regular tour. And this album has how many songs? 12, 15, 12. So, and I know, of course, there's going to be bonus. We already know there's going to be like additional tracks coming,
She
but
said that there's not.
I don't believe her. There's no way she's putting out a 12 track. That's what I'm saying. That's wild. But I
I
think
can't
that
wait.
a residency would be such an interesting pivot that perhaps it would be the right next move. Because if she said, like, I'm going to be here for a year or 6 months, at least people would know they could go and like it wouldn't be, nobody's going to also, I mean, I guess some people might, but like move to Vegas for 6 months and go to every single show all the time.
There's people who would do that.
I know that's why I kind of like backtracked. I feel like it would be at least enough of a different vibe that maybe it would make sense instead of just doing another stadium tour, but like less impressively.
Well, and I think that like she could, but like even if she did another stadium tour, I'm sure she'd be able to make it impressive. But right off, like I feel like the Eras tour didn't end that long ago. For her
Right.
to just go again, like she talked about how hard that was on her.
I know. I Googled toe spacers. I was like, what is a toe spacer?
I didn't, but I didn't know what they were. Um, so I don't know that she like what the next move would be.
That's fine. I just think it probably has to be something different. Of course, could she pull it off? Of course. Would everybody still go and love it? Of course. She
Well,
seems too creative to just like, yep, another stadium tour.
so before 2020, well, it was going to be in 2020.
The lover thing.
The Lover came out, and then Lover Fest happened, and it was going to be like I don't know 2 or 3 shows. I think only 2 maybe at Gillette Stadium, which is by me, and then 2 shows in LA at SoFi.
Oh,
And
that was it?
it was called Lover Fest, and that was it. And
Okay.
then I had tickets to both.
Sure.
And then it got canceled, obviously, COVID. Whatever, scratch that. During COVID, she comes out with Folklore, Evermore, Midnights. Then the Eras tour started. So, I mean, at one point, she was only going to do 4 shows in 2 cities.
Well, and she deserves that. I just
But now,
riot.
if she ever tried to do Loverfest now, like I had tickets to both shows, I would never be able to do that.
Why?
Get that, board that, any of it.
You think it would be more because of the price?
Yeah, my tickets were definitely like way reasonable.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
I think
not more than like $250 a ticket, and I had good seats.
interesting. Okay. I mean, people would riot also.
I know, and like nobody. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how.
But I also could see that. I could see her doing like not a cabaret, but like an intimate, not intimate either. Just like a high price thing, like low crowd, high price, intimate.
Maybe.
Like a show, like a Vegas thing. If she does Vegas, it basically has to be Sphere, right? She's not going to do one of these like hotel
Gosh, no.
show
No.
things.
Because the Sphere is like the most unique venue ever. Have you seen these videos of the Backstreet Boys there?
Yes,
It is. I'm mad that we didn't go. But now I did see that they're coming back in January. So I'm like, is that an opportunity? But it looks so cool.
it does. It looks so cool. I want to see Wizard of Oz there too because of the wicked of it all,
But yeah,
I just think it
interesting.
would be interesting. I know. I know. So, yeah, we'll see what comes next. We can only guess and hope. And maybe it's nothing. As you said at the top of the show, maybe she owes us nothing. So
Yeah.
maybe we're getting an album and nothing else.
And this
And
album sounds like, I mean, Travis said that it's like banger after banger.
yes,
I have to imagine, and he did say that it's like pop. It's very happy. She even said that her life now is more fun or something. I forget her exact words, but I can't wait to hear it.
I know. And I'm like, I'm ready for a positive, happy album from
Yeah,
her. I feel like the last four have been like pretty downer.
a little down.
And I love them.
Yeah,
You know
same,
that. But
same. But like
I just, yeah.
this, it sounds like it's roll your windows down in your car music, and I'm very excited.
Well, and it sounds like it's all Max Martin, Shellback
Yeah,
related music again, which is bangers.
yeah.
So,
I'm
yay!
so excited. Anyways,
It's going to be great.
well, we had an hour to chat.
We did.
Who would have thought? Who
Who
would have
who would have thunk it?
thought? You did, actually.
I did.
Yeah, my bad.
Have a great weekend.
You as well.
Or to the listeners, have a great week because this will come out on Monday. I promise.
And if it doesn't, that's okay.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate the grace. And we'll see you next week.
Yes, send in your game, your 5 things to us, please and
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you. Send the 5 things. Send Shelby ones for me and me ones for Shelby so that we can keep them secret because that's part of the game.
Yes, please and thank you. All right, we'll
See you
chat
next
next.
week.
Bye.
Bye.